Meanwhile, let's talk a little bit about this. On Friday, at American Bar Association meeting, there was a woman by the name of Lois Lerner. She's the head IRS tax-exempt organization operator. And she said, you know what, to a question, we feel really bad, but we did investigate some people involved in Tea Party organizations and anything with Tea Party or government in their titles, and it sounded really bad. Well, now, as it turns out that there were more than just groups with Tea Party or Patriot in the title. Take a look at this. Issues that included government spending, government debt or taxes, education of the public by advocacy or lobbying to make America a better place to live. Any of those statements in the case file would then be scrutinized by the IRS.
Or how the country is being run at all, and those involved in educating America on the Constitution and Bill of Rights. That's a huge swath, and that's an interesting target, which, by the way, the guy in charge of this in 2011 was asked point blank, are you guys looking into these groups? No, absolutely not. Meanwhile, did he know? Was this being done at an level below him? Was he just out of touch? Was he covering for somebody? Do low-level IRS agents actually make sweeping decisions like this?
Well, I think it's interesting because it parallels the other discussion that's going on in Benghazi about lower-level people and whether the top people had any involvement. Seems to be a theme here, potentially. So that had politicians over the weekend very upset, and it shouldn't just be Republicans, Democrats, Independents. It should be everybody.
I don't care if you're a conservative, a liberal, a Democrat, or a Republican. This should send a chill up your spine. This is something that we cannot let stand. It needs to have a full investigation.
This is truly outrageous, and it contributes to the profound distrust that the American people have in government. It is absolutely chilling that the IRS was singling out conservative groups for extra review. And I think that it's very disappointing that the president hasn't personally condemned this and spoken out.
Should, unless of course he knew about it. If he didn't know about it, he should be more outraged than anyone that the IRS has used for this purpose. But I don't know how upset he could be, because these groups tend to go against a lot of the policies that he goes to implement.
The other interesting thing is whether or not, remember when they had all those protests down on Wall Street? What was that movement called?
Well, Occupy.
Occupy. Occupy. Been there, done that. Anyway, were there any investigations into Occupy Wall Street? You know, because that was, I guess, on the other side of the fence. So were there IRS investigations being done for that?
This is clearly against the law, what they've done. And what's interesting is, you know, they're trying to put this fire out. And in fact, they keep going, well, you know, some low-level people in the Cincinnati office. And yet, the American Center for Law and Justice is representing 27, it's a legal outfit, representing 27 different conservative outfits. And they say that they got inquiries from IRS offices all across the country, not just from Cincinnati, all across the country. This thing is going to grow. You just watch.
If you're an IRS agent making $80,000 a year, are you going to fall on your sword and let your career go by the boards if you were just following orders set up by somebody else? Or if you're the CEO of the IRS right now, are you the one who's going to just say, okay, I might as well just destroy my own career? Meanwhile, I was just doing what I was told.
The key,
unless they just go one-on-one on their own.
The key is who exactly came up with this great idea. Hey, let's target all these people. We want to know who that person is and who told them that that was a good idea.